All right. Today we're gonna flush the front and rear diff on the truck. We're gonna put some 3M on there to seal it, and that's gonna sit for 24 hours. Whoa! Holy shit. Anyways, we're gonna flush the diffs, put some 3M yellow gasket adhesive on there to seal it. Wait 24 hours, fill it, but here we go. See if this bitch will start this morning. It's not that cold. Here we go. She's almost out of gas. Let's see. Man. She's running a little choppy this morning. She don't like the cold. Actually, let's put it granny. Here's granny gear. Let off the clutch with no gas. That new steering shaft really helps. Move it back here. This is my spot to work on all my stuff at. Right back here at this door. This is where all my stuff gets worked on at. Oh, get out of there. Damn it. She's got a little bit of a high idle problem, but that's the carburetor needs rebuilt, and yeah. Actually, let's put this in reverse so that way it's sitting straight. It's not sitting at a fucking angle. Sitting at an angle. I don't want to sit at an angle, so when I fill this level, I guess this is good enough for now. But yeah, we're gonna be flushing that diff. This does need a rear main seal, so there's oil over everything. I'm hoping to do the rear main here soon, but we're doing that one, which I'm still not sure if that's a Dana 44 or Dana 60 yet, because this is an F250. But this is definitely a Dana 60 in the back. And this is the one that really needs done, because as you can see, this one's really leaking out of the plug, it looks like, but it might be leaking out of the bottom too. But yep, find out the sizes for these and get these off, and I'm gonna paint them as well, clean them up and paint them and throw them back on there. So all right, so I think I got this one broke loose. Yep, that one's broke loose. Need to break this one loose. All right, now we can start.
Oh boy. Shake it one on top.
Or if we can kind of do it with our hands, maybe not. I have to shove something in there. I don't know if this will be. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's dripping now. I'll move this a little more. Oh yeah. It's coming loose. Let's loosen this one right here. Oh yeah. It's coming now. So we'll let all that drain out of there. It doesn't, I mean, it just looks old. It doesn't look bad. I don't see a lot of metal in there, so that's good. It just looks really old, which who knows, you know, if this has even ever been changed. I have no idea if it has or not. It's got a really old gasket on there, but you know, it's just time to replace it and put new fluid in it. I think you're supposed to do this every 100k miles, but a lot of times that never happens. So we'll let the rest of this stuff drain out. Make sure this pan, yeah, this pan's good. Let's loosen this one up a little bit, not all the way. That way we can pull it. Oh yeah. Stuff stinks. I hate the smell of gear oil. Alright, now let's try to hold it up so it doesn't fall in there and get gross. Alrighty. Alright. Yeah, I don't see too much metal. Actually, I don't know if I see any metal. Yeah, we'll let that sit and drain out. I might jack up the front just so this stuff's kind of back so it helps drain it out better. So I think I'll do that right now. But I'm gonna grab this. Oh man. Yeah, it don't look too bad. That don't look too bad. I'm gonna clean that up and paint it and check up the front and help this stuff drain out better. All right, let's jack up the front end a little bit. I don't know how well this is gonna work. I think it worked pretty good. So yeah, probably gonna spray some brake clean in there, clean all that off in there, and I'll get working on painting that, getting that done so we can move on to the front. All right, I'm not a painter at all, so don't get mad at me. I'm not the best at painting. I mean, this is going under a truck that already doesn't look the greatest, so I'm not too worried about it being absolutely perfect. I mean, I didn't fully clean it up all the way. I cleaned it up pretty good, but I mean, I could have done a lot better. I mean, it's gonna get covered in grease and oil and shit all over again, so I'm not too worried on making it perfect. I am just using this. I mean, engine paint. You probably don't have to use engine paint, but that's just what I have. I think that's from Napa. But I'll put a few more coats on this and let it dry, and then we'll get to putting it back on the truck and starting on the front. All right, so it is now raining, of course, but what we're going to be using to seal this is 3M Auto Yellow Super Weather Strip and Gasket Adhesive. This is pretty good stuff. I use it for the thermostat housing on my 90-300 because it kept leaking. So I'm going to use this, put it on there, and seal her up. All right. So let's clean off some of this grass that's on here first. Oh, damn it. Let's get some of this grass out of it. Yeah, the grass helps it seal up, if you know what I mean. Alrighty. So, gotta remember how it goes on. It goes on this way. Alright. Oh boy. Alrighty, now. I forgot how runny this stuff is. Alright. Just throw a little more right here, actually, because there's not a lot right there. Alright, we'll call that good. Stick a bolt in there. Then we'll work on getting her sealed up here. This is going to be fun. I just wanted to do that so that way it at least seals. It doesn't all drip into the actual diff. So I'll start putting these in there. I didn't clean up the bolts because I figured if I painted them, all the paint was just gonna get knocked off of them, you know, when I put the impact on there. So I didn't paint any of the bolts. I didn't even clean them up.
Come on. Get off of there.
All right, now we'll hit them with the ratchet. Make sure they're tight. Tight on there. This stuff's supposed to sit for 24 hours. Come on. It's supposed to sit for 24 hours to fully cure. So, we'll let this sit and cure for 24 hours. We'll come back tomorrow after I get home from work. And then we'll fill her up and hopefully she doesn't leak. All right, as you can see, it's a few days later. It's been raining a lot here recently. And I got home from work pretty late today. But I'm filling this up. I'm using O'Reilly's 80 weight 90 gear oil. I'm gonna throw obviously some friction modifier in there. The cap I think was leaking. So I did put thread tape on the cap. So when I put that back in there, hopefully it doesn't leak again. But we'll get this filled up, throw some of that friction modifier in there, seal her up, and hopefully she'll be good. Well, we got the diff filled, and now it is leaking, and I don't know if it's leaking out of the plug or if it's actually leaking out of the cover where it hasn't sealed properly. I'm not sure how much it's leaked out, but now I'm trying to get this thing home, hopefully without grenading the fucking differential. I'm kind of in a hurry on the way home because I went to Ace Hardware to get bolts for a flatbed that I'm working on, and I seen that it was dripping and it's been leaking. I mean, there's quite a bit that's leaked out, so I'm trying to make it home right now to check it, and I think it's that plug not sealing properly. I did put thread tape on it, but clearly that didn't work. Well, I know for a fact it's leaking out of that seal, or not the seal, but the plug for sure. But I'm gonna get home and hopefully figure out what's leaking on it. All right, we're back days later, and it was leaking out of this plug right here. As you can see, I had Teflon tape on it. That stuff clearly didn't work. It didn't leak out much because I stuck my finger in there and it's still almost to the top. So I'm not gonna add any more. I made sure the threads weren't stripped at all on the plug or on the cover, and they weren't. So now I couldn't find a crush washer anywhere, so I was gonna try a crush washer on this. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of gray RTV on here, put it in there and seal her up and let it sit for an hour or two, and I guess I'll see if it's leaking. So just a little bit of gray RTV, and hopefully we can get this done for the last time. All right, so we got that tied on there. We got the silicone. Hopefully gonna seal it up and it doesn't leak anymore, because I'm kind of tired of this. So I guess I'll let you guys know when this shit sits for an hour or two, and hopefully it doesn't leak anymore, because I'm sick of this already. All right, so the RTV seemed to help it. Doesn't leak anymore. So that's going to be the end of this video. Next video is probably going to be doing the rear main seal on this, and I'm going to try to do it without dropping the transmission. So hopefully that's the next video. It's going to be the rear main on that. Let me know. Thought about making a video about that. That's an 85 half-ton Ford 4-wheel drive 4-speed with the straight 6. So I thought about doing something about that, but hope you guys enjoyed this video.